The new Formula 1 regulation for the 2022 season have reintroduced for the first time since the 1980s the using of ground effects after it was banned. As a result of ground effect, failure comes sudden loss of downforce, which lead with other factors on track to drivers losing control and sometimes hurtling off the track. This made a huge unexpected challenges for the teams and fans who had to contend with the new terminology, porpoising, vortexes and ground effect. However, and sadly, Mercedes fans didn't expect that this new regulation will affect their favorite team's score and performance that much, as well as moving their team from a team who fights for the championship to a midfield team, and their legendary driver who was aiming to achieve the 8th historical title to a racer unable to pass the AlphaTauri and Aston Martin cars in front of him, as it happened in Imola. If you said such a thing to a Mercedes fan last year in Abu Dhabi, he would laugh at you loudly. But regrettably, this is the fact. Mercedes is still unable to solve the porpoising issues. Race after another, Mercedes is getting far away from the title. The team isn't capable to catch its rivals, Ferrari and Red Bull, after 5 races since the beginning of the season. After this result, does Mercedes' first driver still have some hope to compete in the front? Lewis Hamilton now, and after the Miami Grand Prix, admits that he moved officially from winning Formula 1 races to a midfield, describing their actual situation of difficult. In a recent interview after the Miami Grand Prix, the 7-time world champion, who finished 6th last weekend, qualified battling in midfield as an experience and find that this change is actually difficult. He stated, "It's still racing, just a different perspective, a different point of view. You always want to generally try and go forward, but I will say it's quite difficult when you're not really going forward. It is what it is, but it's an experience for sure. We haven't improved unfortunately in these 5 races. We're the same speed as we were in the first race, so we've just to keep trying and keep working hard. I'm hopeful that at some stage we will." 68 points behind the leader Charles Leclerc, Hamilton is now 6th in the drivers' standing, still unable to compete with Max Verstappen and Ferrari's Charles Leclerc. The change Formula 1 have made in regulation was an effort to allow cars to follow one another in a close way, as well as making the competition between drivers harder. Mercedes though have struggled with, and their car cannot compete with front-runners Ferrari and Red Bull. The W13 is still slower through the corners and struggled from intense porpoising. The transition to the new technical generation seemed to be tough for the team and took them away from Red Bull and Ferrari. With the approaching of the 2022 season's 6th round taking place in Barcelona at the Circuit de Catalunya on the weekend of 22 to 24 May. Toto Wolff, the Mercedes team principal, suggested to revert back to old car plans after the team's score this season, especially after Lewis Hamilton and George Russell struggled to continue the race at the Miami Grand Prix last weekend. Mercedes, who made multiple updates before moving to the United States, thought they got rid of the issues and were too optimistic, as Russell impressed during the practice in Florida, but they had a poor performance and finished 5th with Russell while Hamilton was below in P6. The car bounced up and down, porpoising was there, and fans couldn't see single sign of improvement from the published upgrade. In a Sky Sport report asked about this same subject, Wolff said, "I wouldn't discount anything. But we need to give all of our people that have produced great race cars in the past the benefit of doubt, and we believe this is the road to go. We need to understand before we make a decision on another concept, where did this one go wrong, and what is the goodness of the concept and what is the badness of the concept." Would Wolff take such a decision before Barcelona? Would it bring a real effect, or would it be like Miami? That was all for today's video. If you want to see more videos of the latest Formula 1 news, go and check our channel. Subscribe on your way and activate the bell to be notified immediately when we post new videos. In case you enjoyed, show us some support, like the video and leave us a comment down below. If you are a Mercedes fan, tell us what do you think the Silver Arrows should bring to the W13 to save the team from this complicated situation. See you next time!